Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning back to my channel, welcome back. I'm so excited to see you guys back. And today, if you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be doing a book review on Part of Your World by Liz Braswell. This book was so good. So the synopsis is, what if Ariel had never defeated Ursula? It's been 5 years since the infamous sea witch defeated the Little Mermaid and took King Triton's life in the process. Ariel is now the voiceless queen of Atlantica, while Ursula runs Prince Eric's kingdom on land. But when Ariel discovers that her father might still be alive, she finds herself returning to a world and a prince she never imagined she would see again. Ariel soon learns that Ursula has been making the most of her role as princess, plotting, scheming, and waging outright war with neighboring kingdoms. And after the disguised sea witch catches wind of Ariel's resurfacing, she threatens to obliterate both land and sea. Will Ariel be able to overthrow the murderous villain bent on destroying her home, along with the world she once loved to be a part of? Follow this tale of power, love, and a mermaid's quest to reclaim her voice. And power and love is very much what this book is about. Like, the fact that it starts off where it's the fight of Ursula, Eric, and Ariel at the end of the Little Mermaid movie. That's where this book picks up at. It has been 5 years since this war between the two of them. So Ariel is now 21 years old in the book, and she is ruling in her father's place, voiceless. Sebastian is still by her side, still trying to give her guidance and things like that. But he also ends up being the voice for Ariel. And she keeps getting a feeling that her father is still alive, even though she kept being told that her father was dead. Okay? And she still loves Eric, and she still wants to break the spell. However, she can't figure out how to. So, she finally leaves Sebastian in charge of the kingdom to run the kingdom for a while she tries to figure this out. And needless to say, like, she really didn't think her plan through. First off. Like, she left so many holes in her plan that Ursula was actually onto her. But thankfully, she made friends with a lot of Eric's servants that recognized her from when she was there the first time when she was 16. So they were able to disguise Ariel in order to let her accomplish her mission of getting her voice back. Okay, guys, I'm sorry for all the holes. I did not realize that I left that many holes in there. But that's why the keynotes are in there, like in the previous clips. But anyways, back to you, Jennifer. Now, once Ariel does get her voice back from Ursula, it's very much harder for her to keep her existence very on the down low, because then it's like Ursula knows that Ariel has gotten her voice back because now Ursula has her original voice. Now, depending on who's, like, how do I put this? Depending on whose chapter name you're in, depends on whether Ursula gets referred to as Vanessa or Ursula. I know in some of Ariel's chapters, she is referred to as Ursula. And then there's times in Eric's chapters or in Ursula's chapters, she's referred to as Vanessa. All the servants known her as Princess Vanessa. Okay? And so when Ariel gets her voice back, Ursula regains her original voice. And all the servants are looking at Ursula saying, you know, Your Majesty, what's going on with your voice? Why is your voice so hoarse? And Ursula just keeps making up excuses saying, you know, that she's got a head cold that's causing her throat to be sore. She's just coming up with a bunch of excuses when really she knows the real reason. So finally, the spell is broken with Eric. Eric now remembers who Ariel is, what she started looking like, and everything like that. So at night, when Ursula would necessarily go to sleep, he would go down to the sea line where him and Ariel first met. And if you have not seen The Little Mermaid, I very recommend you go and watch it, because the movie it really is the main setting for this book. So I recommend watching the movies before you read the books. Only because you have to understand where the twists are. You have to understand, like, where these books are picking up at. If you don't do that, then I feel like you might be, like, a little bit puzzled on what's happened, like, beforehand. Because, Once Upon a Dream started where Sleeping Beauty pricks her finger. If you have not watched that video, I will link that video down below in the description. I suggest you go and watch that video. So these books are very, very good. But getting back to Eric. So Eric and Ariel start plotting a plan to defeat Ursula finally. And once they get that plan figured out, they're having to meet slowly without Vanessa or Ursula really figuring out what they're doing. And then towards the end of the book, Ursula does end up catching on to what they're doing. I don't know how she does it, but she does figure it out. Eric tries to play dumb necessarily. He tries to play stupid. To make Ursula think that he's not plotting against her, even though she knows he is. So finally, by the end of it, comes the coronation time for Eric and Vanessa. So it's kind of like, it kind of replaces like the wedding scene in The Little Mermaid per se. So their coronation is replacing the wedding scene from the movie in the book. So finally, you know, they start the coronation. Everything's going great. And then finally, Ursula's like, you know, you little mermaid, you need to get up here or I'm going to kill your prince and stuff like that. It was really good. I had a hard time putting this book down. I finished it in probably about... I want to say I probably finished it in about 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. Now, that's just because of where I was working. Now I'm a stay-at-home mom, as you see in the previous video. So you'll be getting a lot more of these videos. But I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. I thought it was fantastic. I am very much of a Little Mermaid fanatic. I loved The Little Mermaid. I loved the movie. It's definitely one of my favorite childhood movies. I definitely recommend it to a lot of people. And I would recommend this book. Like, it was very, very good. I had a hard time putting it down, which is very odd for me to do. This book is, let me look here. It's 475 pages. But looking at it, though, like, you really wouldn't guess it being 475 pages, like, looking at it. But you get sucked in so much into this book that you don't even realize how many pages there really is. Like, you really don't. And I find it amazing for a book to be that good. To get sucked into it like that is just perfect for me, and I loved it. These books, I'm telling you, are just amazing. These Twisted Tale books are just amazing. This one, Part of Your World, is actually the 5th book in the series. I did order the 4th, 5th, and the 6th book in the series at one time. Unfortunately, this one did come in before the 4th one. Which, these books are standalone series, which is what I said in the last video of As Old as Time. I'll also link that video down in the description below. But this one is the 5th book in the series. You do not have to read it out of order. You don't have to read it in order. But I'm one to read things in order due to publishing reasons. But I did look, and this book was only released a couple months before the 4th book, which is Reflection, which that'll be the next video coming up. So keep an eye on that video. It was only like released like a few months apart, so I was like, you know what, it still won't bother me that bad. I got about halfway through this one when the other, no, I think I had just gotten through maybe the first 100 pages of this one when Reflection came in. But I was so hooked on this one that I could not put it down. I just couldn't. But I suggest going and getting this book. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, whichever. I got this copy from Amazon. So if you want, I will link the link for this book in the description below. So I will see you guys next time. And remember, always stay magical. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.